Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is just around the corner and probably also one of the bigger releases to be excited for in 2023, as we finally get to experience James Cameron's magical world of Pandora in an immersive first-person action-adventure setting. I think it's safe to say that Massive's next big title, published by Ubisoft, is expected to be, well, massive. It's been in the making for over 10 years and comes with many of our favorite gameplay mechanics, not only from the Far Cry universe, which I've covered a lot on the channel, while many Assassin's Creed fans will surely love this new adventure as well. This time though, you'll fly around as a blue fella on your own Ikran, instead of stalking the streets as medieval assassin. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Foriam and there is a lot to be excited for, as in today's video I'm gonna share everything you need to know about Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. From storyline to map size, multiplayer co-op feature, unique gameplay mechanics, specifications, DLC and so much more, so let's get right to it. Chances are pretty high you are a huge fan of the Avatar movies and watched those a dozen times like I did, or maybe you're simply looking forward to a new Ubisoft title, a new adventure similar to those of Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. In any case, I think a brief introduction to the storyline is in place. During the Pandoran War, natives known as Na'vi, the Blue Fellas, are abducted by the RDA, an evil force of humans who seeks to colonize Pandora, which is the magical world of James Cameron. John Mercer is one of the RDA leaders who want to teach them the way of the humans and turn the Na'vi against their own people. This plan is interrupted and the natives are set free. And this is where you as a player come in and take form of one of these blue guys and learn the ways of the Na'vi. You'll get familiar with all the riches and dangers the world has to offer, with later access to the upper plains. We also have the mysterious clouded forests to the west, where you will find plenty of facilities of all sizes, outposts, which you basically want to liberate, stop the humans from polluting your precious planets. If you loved liberating outposts in Far Cry or searched every nook and cranny of the map for hidden treasure in Assassin's Creed, like plundering pyramids or swimming to the bottom of a lake, you're probably wondering how big is the world of Pandora. A couple days ago, I came across an article in which they shared that the world is going to be far much bigger than any previous Far Cry or Assassin's Creed title released, even twice the size of both the Division maps combined. I played the Division 1 for hundreds of hours and I was already impressed by the size of that one. The first zone is the King Lore Forest, the starting zone basically for your adventures in Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. A lush rainforest with a dense vegetation, with the floating mountains or Hallelujah Mountains, like seen in the movies, where you will also meet the Rianahe Weaver clan, who will guide you with your first hunts and even show you the way to the Ikran Makto. Without doubt a bonding ritual questline on which you will learn to fly your own mount. Towards the north, you will find the Upper Plains, an expansive grasslands with the Sisoa clan, where you can also come across Sakru. We also have the mysterious Clouded Forest, the beautiful biome once again, where you will also stumble upon the Kamatiri clan. Unfortunately, where Na'vi is to be found, you will also come across RDA facilities of all sizes, outposts and even strongholds, which have devastating impact on the surrounding nature. They pollute the soil, poach animals, so you are there to stop them. Restore peace to Pandora on a global scale. This massive world also comes with different ways to travel. You might have already come across some of those in gameplay reveals. One of the things I'm looking forward to the most, honestly, is the Ikran Makto. So you can tame your own mountain banshee, a flying mount which will help you to travel, hunt, and maybe even be your best friend in times of war. In the far stretch grasslands in the upper plains towards the north, you will also come across Pali, or dire horses. These six-legged Pandoran friends will most likely be your primary means of transportation on ground. While of course you will also have access to quick travel mechanics, so it will be much easier to revisit previous locations in the game after you've, for example, liberated a campaign area or a outpost. Since there are crafting mechanics in the game, it's going to be important to revisit these areas to gather certain resources or find still hidden treasures. craft makeshift explosive projectiles or bombs, or overcome your enemies with poison-tipped arrows. You will without doubt have a wide range of artillery and firepower to your disposal, even grenade launchers and shotguns, which you can take from the RDA bad guys. I'm personally very much looking forward to hunting light enemies with bow and arrow, which was such a fun and challenging thing to do in previous Ubisoft titles, especially Far Cry Primal with all those arrows, bones to throw, while of course if you want to rely on some serious firepower for mass destruction, deal with those big boy battle suits, you're gonna need something more flammable, something more explosive if you will, to put a dent in the strongest of metal armor plating. Without doubt, there will be plenty of weapons to choose from to further customize your build according to your playstyle. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most exciting things to look forward to, just like with the previous Far Cry series, co-op is expected to make a grand return to Frontiers of Pandora as well, while apparently the Far Cry 6 multiplayer system will be used for this title. And it seems like you'll be able to finish the entire campaign co-op, so you don't have to stay in different lobbies to continue the progression. You'll be able to play the entire game together, which is something I am very much looking forward to. Just like in the previous Ubisoft titles, you can also expect plenty of skill upgrades to further customize your playstyle and gameplay experience. I think the Far Cry series are a great reference to what we can expect. As of today, there is not a lot of information available about these features, other than the small sneak peeks provided in official reveals, but you will without doubt have access to stealth upgrades, improve your quivers for increased ammo carrying capacity, increase the damage of makeshift explosives, and so much more. Similar to Far Cry's Outpost Liberation gameplay loop, in this game you are tasked to destroy RDA facilities located on different sites across Pandora. These factories, outposts, and sometimes even strongholds pollute the surrounding nature. So liberating outposts makes a grand return to this Ubisoft title, which I am very much looking forward to. Apparently, you'll be able to reset these at a certain point in progress for the game, so you can repeat these challenges. I think this is going to be the most interesting thing to look forward to if you plan to clock many hours into Frontiers of Pandora. Liberating these outposts also comes with rewards, loot you can get like weapons and armor, which you can also share with friends, on which apparently doesn't seem to be a limit. So say you are at a high level with crazy loot, you can just give everything to your buddies to have them ready for combat as well. This breaks difficulty barriers, while it also makes it a lot more accessible, which I kinda like. I'm very curious what you guys think about this gameplay decision. Would love to hear about it in the comments down below. So there you have it, all the information you need to know if Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is gonna be something for you, while you don't know the release date. I mean, we all know that it's gonna be the 7th of December, but when exactly? According to different sources, important, this is not the official time, we can expect the game to release somewhere around 1 PM Eastern Time, 7 PM Central Europe Time on the 7th of December. This would be 5 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time on December the 8th, so I sincerely hope it's gonna be a midnight release, but still, this is what we can expect according to previous Ubisoft releases. I already hear some people out loud thinking, oh boy, this is the time when I get home. How am I supposed to download the game in just a couple minutes and get gaming? Well, thankfully there will be a preload. So if you pre-order the game, which also comes with some bonuses, which I'm going to talk about in a second, you'll be able to do that without a problem. So this one comes with the Child of the Two Worlds pack. This is a premium weapon skin as well as a character cosmetic skin. I personally think they don't look all that impressive, while the game is also first person, so you won't be able to really show off these skins that much anyways. This comes with a standard edition, by the way, which comes at $69.99, while we also have a gold edition valued at $109.99. This one, however, comes with a season pass. Yes, guys, there is no game release without season passes in 2023. This one also comes with an extra mission, Familiar Echoes at launch, which I think is a pretty nice thing, as well as the Resistance Equipment Pack. More character skins to show off your wealth, ladies and gentlemen, in a first-person game. Anyways, there is even bigger stuff, the Ultimate Edition, which includes all previous tiers, and the Sorrento Heritage Cosmetic Pack. But on top of that, we also have the collector's edition, which is not even worth talking about anymore as it's out of stock everywhere. I'm gonna have to disappoint you, but that is basically it for all the collections. Let's move on to the requirements and specifications. It will be released on Xbox Series S and X as well as the PS5, so as long as you have over 90 gigabytes of free space, you're in the clear. While for PC, things are just a little bit more complicated, especially if you want to play it on maximum settings. With the bare minimum requirements, you're gonna need a Windows 10 or 11, a processor with 3.6 GHz plus minus 16 GB RAM, as well as 8 GB of video RAM and at least 90 GB of available storage, preferably on an SSD, as otherwise it's probably gonna be super slow. Recommended settings are a little bit higher, nothing too fancy, 12 instead of 8 GB of video RAM with a slightly better processor. While if you want to get fully immersed in Pandora with a 4K fluent experience on the highest settings, you're probably gonna have to bring an RTX 3080 to the table or even higher, while you're also gonna need a better CPU, etc. It seems like Ubisoft worked pretty hard on delivering us a very nice customizable experience, as there are plenty of different options to choose from. Based on the footage we've seen earlier, ray tracing, reflections and shadows definitely make this game look stunning. While there's also a pretty fluent built-in benchmark with AMD FSR2 support, while for people who play on ultra-wide screens, these resolutions are supported as well. There are plenty more features like multi-core CPU support, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is basically everything you need to know to get ready for the release of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. If you found this video helpful, please do leave a like. You have no idea how much you help out the channel with it. It only takes 1 second of your time. Very much appreciated. And yeah, now I'm just super curious if you are looking forward to the release. Share your thoughts about the game in the comments down below. Are you most looking forward to exploring Pandora solo or taking a friend with you? Let us know in the comments. Right now though, it is 4 AM out. I want to wish you an amazing day. Be ready for a wild ride with plenty more Avatar content. I'll check you guys in the next videos or live streams. Peace.